Ahead with the green awning. It's a two-family home, and that was the last home of Tommy Ramone. Two-family home. Let me zoom out. Yes, Tommy Ramone of the Ramones. His last home, he died in that home with the green awning in 2014, I believe it is. Give you an aerial shot of how his neighborhood looks like, or how his neighborhood looked like in Ridgewood, Queens, off of the BQE. Wouldn't think that this is where a Ramone once lived, would you? Right across from Mount Olivet Cemetery. Right there. The former home of Tommy Ramone. And we are walking now down the block what was his former neighborhood. A shot of his house. So Tommy Ramone was a member of the original Ramones. Remember, they're original member of the Ramones. There are quite a few members of the Ramones. And in case you didn't know, they were not all related. None of them were related, actually. They just took on a name of last name, stage name of Ramone. So Tommy Ramone, member of the original Ramones, they all came from Forest Hills High School. Kind of, that's where all they, the genesis. That's where they all knew each other from. Forest Hills High School. Tommy Ramone in high school played guitar. It was a garage band, and called the Tangerines. He started playing it with a schoolmate by the name of Johnny Cummings, future Johnny Ramone. After he left school at 18, Tommy Ramone, he started working as an assistant engineer in Record Plant Studio, where he worked on the production of Jimi Hendrix's album, Band of Gypsies. When the Ramones first came together with Johnny Ramone on guitar, Dee Dee Ramone on bass, and Joey Ramone on drums, Tommy Ramone was supposed to be the manager. But even though he never played on drums before, he was drafted as the band's drummer when Joey became the lead singer, after realizing that he couldn't keep up with the Ramones' increasingly fast tempos. Tommy Ramone, who was managing us, finally had to sit down behind the drums because nobody else wanted to. DD later recalled. He remained as a drummer from 74 to 78, playing and co-producing their first 3 albums, Ramones, Leave Home, and Rocket to Russia. His final event as a drummer was in 1978. And he was replaced in 78 by Marky Ramone. But he did handle band management and co-production for the 4th album, Road to Ruin. Later returned as a producer for the 8th album, Too Tough to Die. Ramone also wrote, I Want to Be Your Boyfriend, and a majority of Blitzkrieg Bop. He and Ed Stasium played all the guitar solos on the albums he produced, as Johnny Ramone largely preferred playing guitar. We're going back up the block. Where Tommy Ramone once lived. You would never think that a major superstar of the Ramones would live here, original member. Just, you would argue, the Ramones were definitely, you can make the argument that they were really an underappreciated band. They kind of had more mainstream success, I would argue, with the generation after theirs. That generation that they were playing for, I don't think really appreciated them. Generation after did, and I think that's when they really hit their mainstream success. And it was after the fact of what you might say is or was their prime. Did make a video about the Ramones about Forest Hills, which is a few towns over prior. I'll link it down below. One last time, the home of Tommy Ramone, which is right here in that green awning. These homes go for about $750 nowadays. You never know who your neighbor is. So I'm gonna take you on a little trip here. You'll see kind of how Tommy Ramone's neighborhood looked like.
Take the next right onto Star Street.
If you're looking straight ahead, I guess this is all about convenience. You're looking straight ahead, you see New York City. Right there in these buildings, that's New York City. So, I say that like I wouldn't expect a guy like Tommy Ramone to have lived here. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. This is really like...
In 800 feet, turn left onto Metropolitan Avenue.
More of an industrial part here. You see a lot of junkyards or a lot of auto places. You have a cemetery here. The neighborhood hasn't changed from 2014 when he passed away. I don't know.
Take the next left onto Metropolitan Avenue, then turn right onto Flushing Avenue.
Sometimes people like to live in the skies, I guess, but I don't know. I just never thought of this being a neighborhood where Tommy Ramone would have lived, and I was shocked when I did find out that he lived here. At least he was living here when he died. I believe that he was living here for most of his time. We're making a left here now. We're off of...
Take the next right onto Flushing Avenue.
See, Flushing Avenue is very industrial as well.
Continue for 1 mile.
I could see myself getting a lot of flats, because there's a lot of industrial, a lot of chop shops here, a lot of it's very industrial. So this is, the surrounding neighborhood of where Tommy lived. But the neighborhood, further down the neighborhood, or further up rather, the neighborhood, very busy. It's a Polish neighborhood. Very ethnic. I believe Tommy was also was of Hungarian descent. It's a lot of connected homes, two-family homes. It's convenient. It's a convenient place because you're near the city. And that's pretty much, I guess, why a lot of people live in these areas, convenience. But again, you're not living in an area that has a lot of space. Everything is congested. Parking is a crapshoot, so it's all try your luck type of a situation. We're going up Flushing Avenue. So you guys kind of have an idea of his neighborhood. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Mahalo.